सुन्दरपादं साईपादं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं पङ्कजचरणं पापविमोचनं पङ्कजचरणं पापविमोचनं पङ्कजचरणं पापविमोचनं पङ्कजचरणं पापविमोचनं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं नटराजनटनं साईपादं नटराजनटनं साईपादं नटराजनटनं साईपादं नटराजनटनं साईपादं श्रीकृष्णनर्तनं साईपादं श्रीकृष्णनर्तनं साईपादं श्रीकृष्णनर्तनं साईपादं श्रीकृष्णनर्तनं साईपादं भवदुःखहरणं साईपादं भवदुःखहरणं साईपादं भवदुःखहरणं साईपादं भवदुःखहरणं साईपादं जगदोद्धारणं साईपादं जगदोद्धारणं साईपादं जगदोद्धारणं साईपादं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं पङ्कजचरणं पापविमोचनं पङ्कजचरणं पापविमोचनं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं नटराजनटनं साईपादं श्रीकृष्णनर्तनं साईपादं भवदुःखहरणं साईपादं जगदोद्धारणं साईपादं जगदोद्धारणं साईपादं सुन्दरपादं साईपादं
शरीरं सुरूपं तथा वा कलत्रं यशश्चानुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यम् मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादिसर्वं गृहं बान्धवा सर्वमेतद्विजातम् मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 ततत्किम् षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिवद्यं सुभद्रं करोति मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 ततत्किम् विदेशेषु मान्यस्वदेशेषु धन्यः सदाचारवृत्तेषु मत्तो न चान्यः मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 ततत्किम् क्षमामण्डले भूपभूपालवृन्दं सदा सेवितं यस्य पादारविन्दम् मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 ततत्किम् यशो मे गतं दिक्षुदानप्रताप जगद्वस्तु सर्वं करे यत्प्रसादात् मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 ततत्किम् न भोगेन योगेन वा वाचिरागं न कान्तामुखेनैव वित्तेषु चित्तम् मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 ततत्किम् अरण्येन वा सस्यगेहेन काले न देहे मनो वर्तते मे त्वनन्ये मनश्चेदलग्नं गुरोरन्ध्रिपद्मे ततत्किं 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 ततत्किम् गुरोरष्टकं यः पठेत् पुण्यदेही यते भूपतिर्ब्रह्मचारी च गेही लभेद्वाञ्छितार्थम् पदं ब्रह्म संज्ञम् गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये मनो यस्य लग्नम् ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।
समुद्रतारणौकायिताभ्यां गुरुभक्तिदाभ्यां वैराग्यसाम्राज्यद पूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां कवित्ववाराशि निशाकराभ्यां सौभाग्यदावां गुणमालिकाभ्यां दूरीकृतानन्द विपत्तिताभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नराययो श्रीपतिदासवीयो पराश्रितप्राश दरिद्रवर्या लोकास्तवाचस्पतितान्विताभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नालीगणिकाश पदार्ताभ्यां नानाविमोहानि निवारिकाभ्यां नमज्जनाभीष्ट ततिप्रदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नृपालिमौलि गजरत्नकान् सरित्विराजशरण्यकाभ्यां नृपत्वदाभ्यां नतलोकपन्थे नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां पापान्धकारान् परम्पराभ्यां तापत्रयाहीन खगेश्वराभ्यां जाड्याग्निसंशोषणमाडवाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां शमानि षट्पत्रदवैभवाभ्यां समाधिदानं प्रतरीक्षिताभ्यां प्रमाधवाङ्घ्रिस्थिरभक्तिदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां स्वाचापराणाम् अखिलेश्वराभ्यां सहायाक्ष पुरन्दराभ्यां स्वान्ताच्च भावप्रदपूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम् वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम् वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम् वन्दे मधुसूदन साई गुरुम् जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधि प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरदि जय सद्गुरुनाथ कृपा जलधि प्रणमामि गुरो करुणाशरदि जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो जय हे जगदुद्धरणाश्रितवत्सल धर्मविधायक पाहि गुरो शरणागत चित्सुखदायि गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं शरणागत चित्सुखदायि गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं जय मानवरूपक माधवरि अवतार विशेष दयाधरि जय मानवरूपक माधवरि अवतार विशेष दयाधरि जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं जय हे मधुसूदन साई गुरो तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं तव पादयुगे शरणं शरणं वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमेत्यधुरं तव भूषणकारक विश्वगुरो वसुधैव कुटुम्बकमेत्यधुरं तव भूषणकारक विश्वगुरो आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणं आरोग्य सुपोषणदायक हे विद्याधनदायक तव शरणं समगममगमनिदागगनमा मनिधनिनिधनिगसा सनिगसा सगसमामगमगदागमगमनीनि समगसनिधनिस निगसनिधमधनि मनिगमगसगमा पापहरं सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णकरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवतापहरं सुखशान्तिकरं परिपूर्णकरं योगीन्द्रवरं भवबन्धविमोचनकल्पकरं वन्दे मधुसूदन
Offering our humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, respected elders, staff, students, guests, and everyone joining us live from around the world. Sai Ram, and a very good morning. Nidhaye sarva vidyanam, bishaje bhavaroginam, gurave sarva lokanam, dakshina murtaye namaha. With reverence, we offer our salutations to the Supreme Guru, the treasure house of all knowledge, the divine physician who cures the chronic disease of worldly existence, samsara, and the eternal Guru of all the worlds.
Guru Purnima is one of the most sacred occasions in the Indian spiritual tradition. It is a day dedicated to expressing our gratitude to the Guru, the dispeller of darkness, who illumines our lives with the light of wisdom, awakens the highest within us, and guides humanity from the transient to the eternal. The Guru does not merely impart knowledge, the Guru transforms knowledge into wisdom, service into worship, and life into a journey of self-discovery. Through his boundless love, compassion, and guidance, countless lives are inspired to realize their highest potential and dedicate themselves to the welfare of the world.
As we gather this morning in the divine presence of our beloved Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, may this celebration deepen our gratitude, strengthen our commitment to his ideals, and inspire us to walk the path of selfless love and service. May we now commence this sacred program with the Vedic invocation. Boys students from the Department of Vedic Studies will now chant the Brahmananda Mimamsa from the Taittiriya Upanishad.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Bhishasmadvatah pavate Bhishodeti suryaha Bhishasmadagnischendrascha Mrityurdhavati panchamahiti Saishanandasya mimagumsa bhavati Yuva syat sadhu yuvadhyayakaha Ashishto drudishto balishtaha Tasyayam prithvi sarva vittasya purna syat Saeko manusha anandaha Yato vacho nivartante Aprapya manasa saha Anandam brahmano vidvan Na bibheti kutascha neti Etagum havavana tapati Kimahagum sadhuna karavam Kimaham papamakaravamiti Saya evam vidvanete Atmanaggas prunate Ubheshe vaishaete Atmanaggas prunate Ya evam veda Ityupanishata Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sata Shri Sai Ishwararpanamastu.
The care of nature is among humanity's highest responsibilities. And those who nurture the earth become custodians of a more sustainable future. Today, we gather to celebrate Urvara, honoring the hands that heal the soil, Urvara is a meaningful collaboration between Bhumitra and Subiksha Organic Farmers Multi-State Cooperative Society Limited. Together, they combine technology, regenerative agriculture, and community development. Their mission is to help smallholder farmers adopt sustainable farming practices while ensuring the benefit of climate action reach farming communities directly.
At the heart of Urvara are thousands of smallholder farmers. They have embraced regenerative farming practices that restore soil health, build climate resilience, and remove carbon from the atmosphere. Using remote sensing and artificial intelligence, these contributions are scientifically measured and independently verified. They are then transformed into high integrity carbon credits, ensuring the benefits are returned directly to the farmers. This initiative embodies the inspiring journey of soil to school to society, where healthier soils create stronger farming communities and regeneratively grown millets contribute to fortified nutritional drinks that nourish nearly 10 million school children through the Annapurna Morning Nutrition Program across India. What begins with a farmer caring for the soil ultimately nourishes a child and strengthens society.
In the divine presence of our beloved Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, we honor these farmers not only as providers of the food that sustains us, but also as custodians of our soil, partners in climate action, and guardians of a more sustainable future. May we now request Shri Ganesh Babu and Shri Adit Murthy from Bhumitra, together with Shri Anand Ashri from Subhiksha Organic Farmers Multi-State Cooperative Society Limited, to kindly come forward for the ceremonial transfer of the Bhumitra carbon credits.
May this meaningful initiative continue to inspire environmental stewardship, empower farming communities, and build a healthier and more sustainable tomorrow. May we also request the Board of Directors of Subiksha Organic Farmers Society to come on stage for a group photograph, please. We now invite Mr. Adit Murthy, Chief Executive Officer of Bhumitra, to share a few words on this meaningful collaboration. He is an Earthshot Prize winner for climate action and a visionary leader who pioneered a unique AI-based sensing technology to measure organic carbon content in soil. Mr. Adit, please.
Sai Ram, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. I'm going to begin first by addressing some of our farmers in the audience in Kannada, and then I will resume in English after that. Ellarigu namaskara. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಆದಿತ್ ಮೂರ್ತಿ. ನಾನು ಭೂಮಿತ್ರ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯದು CEO. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ದಿನ. ನಮ್ಮ ಉರ್ವರ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ನ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾರಿ ಅದರ ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ರೈತರ ಕೈಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇದು ಬರೀ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತೆ. ಭೂಮಿತ್ರ ಈಗಲೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡಿ ರೈತರ ಬದುಕನ್ನು ಬೆಳಗಿಸುವುದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. It is truly an honor for us to be here today in this milestone event for us at Bhumitra. Bhumitra works with farmers all around the world, but here in the Urvara project we are working with around 10,000 farms who are adopting improved agricultural practices with smallholder farmers right here in Karnataka and many of the neighboring states. here in this project. And this is actually the first time in the history of Bharat that we have successfully gotten carbon removal credits for soil carbon sequestration from regenerative agriculture successfully issued by international standards bodies at scale, at a large size of tens of thousands of farmers, and not just issued, we have successfully sold them to top corporates around the world, and have now, and now coming full circle, with the blessings of Sadhguru, we have actually managed to sell all the credits and transfer the payments now, today, to all of the farmers. So, farmers benefit in multiple ways in our project. They benefit from these cash payments from the sale of the carbon credits like was done today, but they also benefit from improving yields. As they do these regenerative agriculture practices, their yields are becoming more resilient, especially in the face of climate change, and that enables them to have more stable and increasing yields over time as the carbon in the soil gets higher and higher. So both from the yields and also from the payments from the carbon credits, the farmers are benefiting in both of these ways. And we hope that with the blessings of Sadhguru, we can scale this up even further and further. Today we work with about 1 lakh farmers in Bharat. 1 lakh farmers in Bharat, about 5 million acres of land around the world that we work with. We hope that with the blessings of Sadhguru, we can scale that up to 10 lakh, 1 crore and beyond. But hopefully, with your blessings, we can make it happen. Thank you so much. Dhanyavadagalu.
Research finds its highest purpose when it advances knowledge while serving humanity. We shall now have the launch of the latest issue of Awareness, the multidisciplinary open access research journal of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, supported by an international editorial board. Published across 6 disciplines, the journal reflects the university's commitment to promoting research that integrates academic excellence with societal relevance.
Since its inception, Awareness has published 5 issues comprising 27 research articles, obtained its ISSN and is indexed with Crossref. We have Dr. Sunny Anand, Director Medical Education and Research, and Dr. Kaushik, Assistant Professor of Physics, Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, presenting the journal to Sadhguru for the release of the latest issue of Awareness. This is the latest edition, Volume 3, Issue 2, which features 10 research articles together with an editorial.
As Sadhguru often says, one who graduates from the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence graduates as a divine human being. To attain that highest goal, human values form the very foundation of true excellence. The first edition of the Human Excellence Quotient is published jointly by the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence and the International Institute for Human Values Education. It will be launched on this sacred occasion, symbolizing the inner journey through these values. The Human Excellence Quotient, or HEQ, is a pioneering assessment framework developed to measure students' growth across the university's 4 pillars of excellence: brilliant intellect, compassionate heart, competent hands, and ancient Indian ethos.
Through a comprehensive 360-degree assessment involving students, peers, teachers, wardens, and sports in charges, HEQ encourages self-reflection and holistic development. The publication also introduces the Vision Excellence Quotient, extending this transformative framework to institutions beyond the university. May we request Professor Dr. Totadri Venugopal and Dr. Rachiraju Sai Krishna to come forward and present the book to Sadhguru for the release of the first edition of the Human Excellence Quotient.
The words we read, the voice we hear, the actions we witness, whether on the pages of a book, in a video, or through a song, may appear simple, yet behind every word and every note lies immense devotion and gratitude. Countless individuals work tirelessly to ensure that the Master's message reaches every heart with the right intent, preserving the sanctity and wisdom of his teachings. Through these publications and creative offerings, they make their humble contribution at his divine lotus feet.
On the sacred occasion of Guru Purnima, the Sai Prakashana Global Family is delighted to offer 40 books and audiobooks to Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai as a humble token of love and gratitude. This collection spans 19 languages, includes 7 audiobooks, and features 4 brand new releases. As we call out the names, we request the respective team members to come up on stage and offer their books to Sadhguru for the launch.
We will commence with an offering from Croatia, Sri Sathya Sai Uvacha Volume 19, translated into Croatian and published by Društvo Uvacha. From the Netherlands comes an offering of 3 books and their companion audiobooks, Sanatana Dharma Simplified, Parts 1, 2, and 3 in Dutch, published by the One World, One Family, Netherlands. The team from France brings Sanatana Dharma Simplified, Parts 2 and 3 in French, published by Editions Amour Universelle.
Germany presents Spirituality 101 in German, published by Om Verlag. From Greece comes An Inner View a Day, translated into Greek and published by Trismegistos Publishing House, presented by the Prakashana team. In Hindi, 3 books are offered. Sadhguru Speaks Volumes 1, 2 and 3, published by Sri Sathya Sai Premamrutham Prakashana.
The team from Indonesia presents three offerings: Spirituality 101, Sadhguru Speaks, Volume 1, and Ishavasya Upanishad, a commentary by Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, all translated into Indonesian. Next, the team from Italy has translated two books into Italian: Sadhguru Speaks, Volume 3 and 4, published by Harmonia APS. From Japan, we have God Management, available in Japanese, offered to Sadhguru for his blessings.
In Kannada, the official language of Karnataka state, the team offers Sadhguru Speaks Volume 6, published by Sri Sathya Sai Premamrutham Prakashana. Lithuania presents Sadhguru Speaks Volume 1, translated into Lithuanian and published by Sai Prema, along with an audiobook of Sanatana Dharma Simplified Part 1. Next is the offering from Macedonia, Sri Sathya Sai Uvacha Volume 15, published by Eden Sweat Edno Semedstvo, presented by the Prakashana team on behalf of the Macedonian readership for Sadhguru's blessings.
The team from Nepal will now offer two books: Sadhguru Speaks Volume 1 and God Management, translated into Nepali and published by Society for Selfless Service. Next, from Poland, we have Sanatana Dharma Simplified Part 4, published by Mischa Prema, together with audiobooks of Sri Sathya Sai Uvacha Volume 9 and Sadhguru Speaks Volume 3, all in Polish. Next is Russia, and they will offer Sanatana Dharma Simplified Part 3 and an audio book of Sanatana Dharma Simplified Part 1 in Russian, published by Prema Publishing House.
The team from Slovenia presents Ishavasya Upanishad, a commentary by Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai, published by Drustvo Uvacha. The teams from Argentina and Spain have jointly translated Sri Sathya Sai Uvacha Volume 16 and God Management into Spanish, published by Sai Prema Foundation for Health, Education and Human Values. In Telugu, the offering is Sadhguru Speaks Volume 1, published by Sri Sathya Sai Premamrutham Prakashana.
And now for the latest releases in English, published by the Sri Sathya Sai Premamrutham Prakashana. First is Sadhguru Speaks Volume 7, a compilation of inspiring discourses by Sadhguru delivered during November and December of 2019 and now presented by the Sai Prakashana team. Next is Sanatana Dharma Simplified Part 5, presenting the timeless wisdom of Sanatana Dharma in a simple and practical way by the Sai Prakashana team. This year marks the 50th anniversary of Sathya Sai Grama and the 100th birth anniversary of its visionary founder, Sri Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, lovingly known as Anna.
To commemorate these special occasions, Sai Prakashana is honored to present Anna, the story of Sri Madhyal Narayan Bhatt in both English and Kannada, authored by Sri M.S. Satyanarayana, Trustee, Prashanti Balamandira Trust. The book traces Anna's inspiring journey from a life of privilege to one of renunciation, education, and selfless service. It recounts how his mission found its fulfillment at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and continues to flourish today under the divine guidance of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Drawing on personal memories and first-hand accounts, this biography is a heartfelt tribute to a life dedicated to love, faith, and service.
The Sai Prakashana Global Family expresses its heartfelt gratitude to Sadhguru for making them instruments in the sacred mission of service and spirituality. May we now invite all the members of the Sai Prakashana Global Family on stage for a group photograph.
The Institute of Human Values is the online platform of the International Institute of Human Values Education, offering free courses in applied values through community learning pathways. IOHV integrates timeless wisdom with practical life skills to help individuals lead lives of purpose, integrity, compassion, and service. The Institute expands access to values education through a diverse course catalog, from mindful teaching for educators, dynamic parenting for caregivers, to compassionate healthcare for healthcare professionals, dharmic management for leaders, love without duty for non-profit professionals, and introductory pathways into Indian culture and spirituality.
These online courses enable students, families, and professionals to learn at their own pace and apply values across life and work. Since its inception in 2020, several hundred knowledge seekers from across 67 countries have benefited from these courses. This year, 75 students have completed the various courses. As we call out their names, we please request you to come forward to receive the certificates from Sadhguru.
We will begin with the ladies. Kurtivada Vaishnavi has completed Indian Culture and Spirituality, Dharmic Management, and a scoop of self-help for the teens. Aditi Kapoor, Indian Culture and Spirituality and Dharmic Management. Neetu Ashokan, Indian Culture and Spirituality and Mindful Teaching. Varsha Kumar, Dynamic Parenting and Mindful Teaching.
Indian Culture and Spirituality, Harumi Koyama. Anuradha Pagalo. K. Dharini. Mamta K. Nandineni Shanti. Nayana S. Preeti Mahala. Rakshita Ghorpade. Shivani Arpula. Sudha Rani Yerlagadda.
Mindful Teaching, R.A.T. Madhuri. Geeta Narang. Annapurna B. Compassionate Healthcare, Deepa HR. Alpa Lodhia.
Saumya Bhaskara. Lavanya Bibi.
Nikita S. Savita C. Sindhushri A. A Scoop of Self-Help for the Teens, Shilpa P. Veena Baswaraj. Mrunal Upadhyay. Dynamic Parenting, Vinoda BR. Moving on to the Gen section, Ganapati Hegde has completed Indian Culture and Spirituality, Dharmic Management, A Scoop of Self-Help for the Teens, Dynamic Parenting and Mindful Teaching. Chandrasekhar Talewar has completed Indian Culture and Spirituality, Dharmic Management, A Scoop of Self-Help for the Teens and Dynamic Parenting. Dr. Yashwant Ram, Compassionate Healthcare, Indian Culture and Spirituality, Dharmic Management and Mindful Teaching. Kusumanchi Sai Krishna, Indian Culture and Spirituality, Dharmic Management and A Scoop of Self-Help for the Teens.
Nitin TN, Indian Culture and Spirituality, Dharmic Management and Mindful Teaching. Puneet Nayak, Indian Culture and Spirituality, A Scoop of Self-Help for the Teens and Mindful Teaching. Sai Giridhar Nayak, Indian Culture and Spirituality, Dynamic Parenting and Mindful Teaching. Govindarajula Venkata Mallikarjuna Rao, Dharmic Management and Mindful Teaching. Avinash Raj Kulkarni, Dharmic Management and Mindful Teaching.
Compassionate Healthcare and Dharmic Management, Chandrasekhar GR. Harshavardhan GR. Rajendra Kumar. Compassionate Healthcare and Dynamic Parenting. Indian Culture and Spirituality and a Scoop of Self-Help for the Teens, Harish N. Praveen T.
Indian Culture and Spirituality, Chetan Kumar Nagur. Jeevan Resh Pudiyavitil Suresh. Kiran Boragi. Likit S. Madhusudan H. Mohan Kumar KM.
Munesh S. Pavan KM. Praveen Sai. Sai Giridhar Shivakoti. Sai Rishik Gowda. Sudarshan Ji. Sumit Birajdar. Vaibhav Rao. Vivekananda MH.
Mindful Teaching, Dhruva Ullas BR. Suhas KC. Compassionate Healthcare, Shakil Ganesh.
May we now call all the ladies on stage for a group photograph. We request all the gents to come on stage for a group photograph, please.
Music has always been one of the most beautiful expressions of devotion. When inspired by the Guru, every note becomes a prayer and every melody becomes an offering. This Guru Purnima, the students and staff of Nada Gurukulam present a heartfelt music tribute titled Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, a collection of 9 original bhajans inspired by Advaitic philosophy, The album has been composed, sung, and produced entirely by the students and faculty of Nada Gurukulam. More than an album, it is a celebration of devotion, creativity, and the timeless Guru Sishya tradition.
May we now request Srimati Shailaja Kumari, faculty of Nada Gurukulam, Sai Sharanya, final year student of the Bachelor of Performing Arts program, Shri Sriram Bhatt, faculty of Nada Gurukulam, and Sujan HN, faculty of Nada Gurukulam, to kindly come forward and join Sadhguru for the unveiling of the album Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, a Guru Purnima offering.
May we now invite Shri Sumit Tapu to address the gathering. He's an internationally acclaimed performing artist and serves as the chairman of the Shri Sathya Sai Sanjeevani Children's Hospital in Fiji. Shri Sumit, please.
कैसे चुकाऊं इन सांसों का मोल रे, कैसे चुकाऊं इन सांसों का मोल रे, जन्म देने वाले इतना तो बोल रे, जन्म देने वाले इतना तो बोल। तेरी कृपा से मिला मुझको ये तन, जिसमें बसाऊं तुझे दिया है वो मन। तन की तो खोली आंखें, मन की भी खोल रे, तन की तो खोली आंखें, मन की भी खोल रे, जन्म देने वाले इतना तो बोल। On this most divine, auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima, with love, humility and reverence, I offer myself at the divine lotus feet of our divine master, Sadhguru Shri Madhusudan Sai. And my Sainam and Pranam to you all. From this sacred land of Muddenahalli to the mountains of Kodai, from the Silicon Valley of the Americas to the oceans of Fiji and Pacific, from the hustle-bustle cities of Asia to the palaces of Europe, from the deserts of Middle East to the vast lands of Africa, a silent revolution has begun. This revolution is not financial or industrial or social or technological. It is a spiritual revolution powered by the engines of love and service, spearheaded, guided, envisioned, and manifested by none other than our dearest, most loving Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Dear devotees sitting here today, watching from around the world, this incredible revolution is going to change the world. And Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai alone will be the savior of this world. And you and I, all of us, are so incredibly blessed to be a part of this. Incredibly blessed. The reality is we do not know how blessed we are. And this opportunity that He has given us is so incredible. It's beyond, it's His mercy. It is out of His infinite mercy and compassion that He is giving us an opportunity to be a part of something so sacred, so divine. I remember Bhagwan Baba in Puttaparthi telling me, in 1997, he said to chant the name of Sai, you would have had to have him born 100,000 times. Just imagine, we can't even fathom one life. What about 100,000? And later, in 2016, he said, in a subtle form, he said, if only you all knew what you have done to be a part of this sacred mission. How many lifetimes of yearning and sadhana that you have done to be a part of this. You will not waste 1 second. Not even 1 second. And this day, on this holy day, this becomes our challenge. This becomes our challenge. What more can He do for us? He has given us everything. He has done everything for us. The onus of responsibility now lands squarely on our shoulders. And this mission, you are not here by chance. We're not here by chance. If you think, then you're in the wrong place. We're here because we're destined to be here. We're here because of sadhana, the yearning for years. And we're here because God is here. God is here leading this mission of love and service. And like I said, it will change this world. Muddenahalli and this mission is not by chance. I have been privileged to be associated with Muddenahalli since 1999. In 1999, Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba told me that I will continue, after my physical body, I will continue my mission from here. And he showed me in a vision of this town. And believe you me, what I saw back in 1999 is a massive city. And today, it's still work in progress. This will become the global headquarters of the world. And personally, from 2001 onwards, in Puttaparthi, Bhagwan used to tell me all sorts of things, that we will travel the world. You will travel with me. We'll travel around the world from country to country, from city to city, lighting the lamp of love, inspiring lives, and turning this world into a spiritual world. And I had no idea how this will happen. Because our minds only think this much. How can we know what He has planned? And after His physical departure, in 2015, actually before that, in 2008, I'm just reminded of a beautiful experience where Bhagwan, Baba in Puttaparthi made this grand announcement, I'll be traveling the world. This is in 2008. And I was sitting on the veranda and I gave him a letter saying, Swami, Bhagwan, please come to Fiji as well. He looked at me and laughed. Later in a vision, a dream, he told me, I will come. In that vision, he also showed me who will come. In an aircraft, sitting next to him, was a young man who I didn't know, but I remember his face. And 2015, in April, on the 27th of April, we had this incredible fortune of meeting Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. And he told us, I'll come to Fiji. And later, in September of that year, when he came to Fiji, it was those same 7 individuals that Bhagavan had showed me in the dream in 2008. And of course, you all know what he has done in Fiji. And since 2015, between 2015 and 2019, I had this incredible honor of traveling with Bhagavan. I've seen him in close quarters. How much struggle, how much of work 24 hours a day, traveling from village to village, from town to town, from city to city, from country to country, just to give each and every one of us a purpose in our lives. How much He has done to give us that opportunity, that blessing, that mercy of redeeming our lives. And I saw this growth happening from very close quarters, where he transformed from a communicator to a messenger to then 2017, all of a sudden, I was called into a room, the backstage of this auditorium. I opened the door, and you know what I saw there? Instead of Sadhguru standing, Bhagwan Baba in physical form. And he said to me, and he later got me to announce this as well. He said, Yahan se Madhusudan Guru ka pad leke aage jayega, ye mission ko aage badhayega. From now on, Madhusudan will take the seat of Guru and take this mission forward. That day I realized the trajectory of this mission and what will happen to this form. In 2019, before the sacred day of Guru Purnima, we were in Argentina. I remember that same very experience of not he being seated there, but Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And after that experience, before departing, I said to him, actually I wrote a letter to him as well. I said, everything will change in a few weeks from now. You will be something else. But please continue loving us and being compassionate towards us. In 2019, I was doing Aarti on stage. He told me, put the Aarti down. Come here. And when I went to his chair, he said, I cannot feel my body anymore. Please walk me to backstage. Only you know what is happening. I said, yes. Picked him up, walked him to the back. We went to the back room. He was seated there. He closed his eyes. And when he opened his eyes after 15 minutes, he was no longer Sri Madhusudan Naidu. He was Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. This design of God is so incredible. And what He continues to do is inspire. Who can do what He's doing? Just for 1 second, tell me. One person who is doing what He is doing. I challenge you all. I challenge the world. People in today are just thinking about themselves. Governments just think of themselves. Heads of state think of themselves. Who is thinking about the world? Only Him. Who is doing something in 100 countries to save this world? Only Him. Who is changing this world? Only Him. And I continue to travel with Him, the enormous effect, this love that, nobody can give like Him. The compassion. His heart melts when He sees a problem. His heart melts when He sees trouble. But He doesn't just melt or talk about it. He does something about it. Just when you think, we have enough on our plate, He'll announce a new project. He'll announce because His children are calling Him. He receives prayers of 7 billion people. What choice does He have but to respond? Did you hear Ashtavakra Gita last night, the answers? You think it can be done by man? Not a chance. I told him this morning, I bow down to you. Because this is not possible by a human. We are not in the midst of a guru or a sadguru, we're in the midst of God. People call Him Swami, Guru, Sadguru. I call Him Bhagavan. I only call Him Bhagavan. So I know who He is. And dear devotees, to everyone a part of this mission, I started off by saying, we don't know how blessed we are. We really don't. But the time has come for us to step up. Yesterday he mentioned something that Bhagavan Baba told him. Imagine what we can do with 2 Sai Babas. I will go beyond that. Imagine how useful we will become if all of us can become Him. And that is our challenge. That is what He wants from us. That is the transformation that must take place because we must become Him. And this opportunity given to us is not given to everyone. We cannot waste it. He needs each and every one of us. Actually, He doesn't need any one of us. He can do it alone. But out of His mercy and compassion and love, pure love, God seated here is giving us an opportunity to redeem our lives, to become Him, and to do all that we can for this world. The world needs us. The world needs Him. Let us not become obstacles in His path. Let us become instruments to allow Him to do what He wants to do. Let us always make Him happy. He has given us everything and beyond. There is no way that just one life is enough to repay the gratitude or what He has given us. It'll take lifetimes. But in this life, we can make a difference. In this life, we can become Him. In this life, we can do all that we can. And dear Bhagavan, I pray to you to accept our faults, to accept us for who we are. We still have a long way to go from where you want us to be. But today, we promise to you that we will do all that we can to make you happy. We'll do all that we can to love you more and more, all that we can to serve you, and all that we can to become you. In our prayer, I'll finish with a song. जैसे भी है अब है साईं, हम तो तेरे हैं. जैसे भी है अब है साईं, हम तो तेरे हैं. जैसे भी है अब है साईं, हम तो तेरे हैं. तेरे रंग में तेरे रंग में रंगे हमारे सांझ सवेरे है बाबा, हम तो तेरे हैं. जैसे भी है अब है साईं, हम तो तेरे हैं. तेरे बारे में कहते हैं इस दुनिया के लोग, तूने जिसको छुआना आया उसको कोई रोग, तुमने ही हर दीन दुखी के, तुमने ही हर दीन दुखी के दुर्दिन फेरे हैं बाबा, हम तो तेरे हैं. दूर दूर से लोग हजारों आते तेरे द्वार, जो भी तेरे द्वारे आया पाया उसने प्यार. तेरा दर वो जहां से कोसों, तेरा दर वो जहां से कोसों दूर अंधेरे हैं बाबा, हम तो तेरे हैं. जहाँ जहाँ हो पूजा तेरी, वहाँ ना दुख का काम कोई करे सलाम तुझको, कोई करे प्रणाम, उनको हर पल सुख जो तेरी माला फेरे हैं बाबा, हम तो तेरे हैं. जैसे भी है अब ए साईं, हम तो तेरे हैं. तेरे रंग में, तेरे रंग में रंगे हमारे सांझ सवेरे हैं बाबा, हम तो तेरे हैं, ओ हम तो तेरे हैं, हम तो तेरे हैं। भगवान, we are yours, we are yours, we are yours. जय साई राम।
Truly, we don't need anything else. We just need His feet. May we now invite Dr. B.N. Narasimhamurthy, Chairman of the Prashanthi Balamandira Trust, to address all of us.
On behalf of everyone gathered here and those watching us live, I place our loving pranams at the lotus feet of the Vishwa Kranti Purusha Jagadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Brothers and sisters, very dear students, boys and girls, this phrase, Vishwa Kranti Purusha, sprang up in my heart as we were all listening to that inspirational talk of our very beloved Sumit. The Vishwa Kranti which Sumit spoke of, the silent revolution across the world, started with the advent of Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai into this sacred land of Sathya Sai Grama. This sacred day of Guru Purnima happens to be the 16th anniversary day of his advent in Sathya Sai Grama. Exactly on this day, 15 years ago, Sadguru made his advent. For those of us who were here on that day, every moment has etched its memory in our hearts. I can't even express. He did not come alone. In fact, he did not come. He was brought by Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba on this day to this Siddha Sankalpa Bhumi. When the Siddha Purusha, Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai and Siddha Sankalpa Bhumi in Sathya Sai Grama came together, a golden chapter started in the history of mankind. And in the last 15 years, I don't know whether I should blame my memory or be grateful to the divine for having given that memory. I can't forget any moment after that. I remember all the moments till date. Many volumes should be written about that. But today, I just confine to a few impacts that those moments have made on me. The Sadguru is one who knows the way, who has gone the way and shows the way to Shashvata Ananda Prapti and Dukkha Nivrutti. That's why he is the Sadguru. He knows the way and he has already gone the way under the watchful eyes of his master, our master, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. And only a Sadguru can show the way of emancipation from all our sorrows, all our miseries of individual existence. There may be people who give us many things in this world. But if we want to get out of this cycle of sorrow, it is only the Sadguru. Today in the form of Sri Madhusudan Sai, the very divine Guru who sits in the hearts of everyone. Tat Vijnanartham Gurumeva Abhigachet Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam declares the Mundaka Upanishad. If you want to put an end to this cycle of sorrow, you have to take shelter at the feet of the Guru, says the Mundaka Upanishad. Samit Panihi. Samit means dried wood. But here Samit means something else. Your readiness to sacrifice and serve. Because Guru is Kshotriya and Brahmanishta. He is established in Brahma. Also, he knows the essence of all the Shastras. In fact, if you study the scriptures, especially the Indian scriptures, there are 5 signs of the presence of a Sadguru, presence of a Guru, from the Upanishads, from the Puranas, from the Itihasas. You can call out these 5 signs of a Sadguru's presence. The first is the Jnanas Purana, the spring of wisdom that springs up in our hearts if they are pure in the presence of a Guru. True wisdom, true waking up to a new world of existence, to know that I am not a mortal, but I am immortal. This can happen to any one of us only if our hearts are pure, otherwise it won't happen. But however impure our hearts are, in the presence of a guru, we take a step forward in the right direction. From where we are, we just wake up. We are always immersed in this world. The world is too much with us. But we wake up. That is the presence of Sadguru. That is the first one, Jnana Spurana. Second is Dukkha Kshaya. When Sadguru is walking among the devotees or the students, we can see that Dukkha Kshaya happening. And the next Ananda Avirbhava happening, we can see. For many years, I had the great privilege and fortune of walking behind him, not only here, in many countries, and I have seen this happening. For a moment, we forget our sorrows. And the true bliss of being in the presence of the divine springs up in our heart. That is the third sign. Jnana Spurana, Dukkha Kshaya, Ananda Avirbhava. The fourth one is Sarva Samruddhi. This is the presence of a real guru, true guru, Sarva Samruddhi. There is abundance of everything. Abundance of everything. Everything that you can think of, that happens. And the final one is Pratibha Sambardhana. That is the blossoming of the talent in his presence, which we see day in and day out happening, especially in our young students, boys and girls, whatever talent. And it is not without reason that yesterday Sadguru told us, you will not get a better guru than me. It is like a mother telling the child, you won't get a better mother than me. Like a child accepts spontaneously, our hearts should accept that. But I would like to, whole night I thought of it. What are the unique things that make him very special for the world today? As I told you, on 15th of July 2011, he entered Sathya Sai Grama as a Brahma Jignasu. He was an aspirant. Since 1996, when I met him for the first time, I can tell you without any hesitation, he is one of those very earnest spiritual aspirants I have seen in my life. And in 2019, from a Brahma Jignasu, he was transformed into a Brahmajnani by Bhagavan Baba, as was explained very well by Sumit. And now he has become Brahmavidam Varishtaha, the best of the Brahmavidas. This is not my word. Atmaratihi, Atmakrida, Kriyavan, Esha Brahmavidam Varishtaha declares the Mundaka Upanishad again. One who always revels in the bliss of the self. When he closes his eyes, he revels in that bliss inside, and when he opens his eyes, that is Atma Krida, he sees the same self everywhere. Same Brahman everywhere. But such masters, generally we have seen in the history of our country, generally they retreat into solitude. They don't work, at least physically they don't work. For example, Ramana Maharshi, He was a Brahmajnani. He was a Brahmavida. But divine has ordained him to stay in only one place. He never stirred out of that place and only guided those sincere aspirants who came to him from all over the world. But today, Sadhguru, the kind of activity that he has created around him, apart from himself doing the things, it is something very matchless. Not many Brahmavidas have really done that kind of thing. That is number one. He is Brahmavidam Varishtaha. Secondly, he is a beautiful synthesis of ancient wisdom and modern civilization. This is very important because we do have Brahmavidas in our country, even anywhere else in the world, even today. Especially in India, such people, they don't look like Sadhguru. They are people in a retreat, shave off their heads, put on ochre robes, confine themselves to one center or one matha, and there they are. But here it is not so. In fact, here I should recollect, many decades ago, Madhyal Narayan Bhatt, when I was only 23, sent me to learn yoga, yogasanas in fact, and pranayama from a Brahmavida who lived in Karnataka at that point of time. He is none other than Malladihalli Raghavendra Swamiji, who lived for 110 years. When I met him, he was 90 years, but he looked so very young. In fact, I still remember previous evening he said, tomorrow morning you come to my place. I went to his place. And he was doing push-ups. 90 years. Asked me to count. I counted 108. Then he got up. I can still continue, but I want you to do now. I will count. 11 push-ups, I was flat on the ground. And he was only a Brahmavida, was wearing only knicker. Normally, knicker. And only a banyan. Always he was like that. When I parted from him, he grew so fond of me and told me, see Narsimurti, look, if Narayan Bhatt had not caught hold of you, I would have caught hold of you. I told him, I would not have come to you because of your knicker, I told him. No, I can't wear a knicker. So therefore, the combination of ancient wisdom and modern civilization is very much required if this message, immortal message of you and God are one, has to reach corners of the world. That is the second uniqueness. Third is, especially from the point of view of our students, this is unique. Nobody will do it. He will give you iha with para. He will give you spiritual wisdom along with all that is required for you to lead a good, happy, prosperous life in this world. For students, it is not just education. Education, employment, and enlightenment on a platter. All three together. And what kind of education? Complete education. And what kind of courses? I still remember Sadhguru opened one new course for the sake of just 2 students, because that was their interest. All courses are available. And the second is employment. It is not just employment. After employment, your career growth and progression is watching all the time. Is there any example of less than 30-year-old boys and girls who passed out of our university, becoming heads of institutions, all our campuses. Is there any example? Absolutely no example. See, this is the career progression. A young boy just completes post-graduation. Within 2 years, he becomes the head of the institute, big campus with a hostel. And our young engineers, I tell you, the kind of exposure they get is unbelievable. A boy just comes out of his engineering course and he gets the exposure to construction of this centenary building. It never happens anywhere else. And it's a growing organization. Therefore, every young boy, every girl who studies in the university has a great and glorious future apart from spiritual upliftment. This is important. The another thing, he shelters even your parents. I'm talking to boys and girls. So which guru will do this? Education, employment, and enlightenment on a platter. What kind of enlightenment? It doesn't tell you, get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, take cold water bath and meditate for 2 hours every day. The simplest way to attain spiritual wisdom, become selfless servant. Serve selflessly and you will attain wisdom. No meditation. It doesn't say that don't do meditation. But I know how many of our boys and girls do meditation. The point is selfless service, the path of selfless service. So that is why we will not get a better guru than Sadguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. Therefore, on this wonderful day, which brings to my memory all that happened on the stage on every Guru Purnima day, I wish all of you a great and glorious beginning to wake up this dream of wakefulness or Jagrata Avastha. Other day, Ashtavakra, I conclude with this. During one of the discourses on the Ashtavakra, after that, he said that when you are dreaming, when you go to bed, sometimes you are aware that you are dreaming. You know that you are dreaming and still you can't get out of it, and sometimes you may get out of it. In a similar way, this is a wakeful dream. Get out of it. While going back, I asked Sadhguru, when we do know, yes, when we are dreaming in the night, we do know that we are dreaming and we will get up, but I will get up as Narasimha Murthy, this individual. Therefore, Swami, as what do we get up from this wakeful dream of Jagrata Avastha? He said, you will get up as pure consciousness. You identify yourself with pure consciousness. Only when you identify yourself with pure consciousness, you can get out of this dream, especially after having seen all that has happened in the last 15 years. It is easy for me to get up from this dream because it is just a dream. Very glorious dream, very divine dream. With these words, I conclude and pray to Sadhguru for his blessings to every one of us on this glorious day. Thank you very much. Sai Ram.
स्वामिन् नमस्ते नतलोकबन्धो कारुण्य सिन्धो patitam bhavabdau mam uddharatmiya kataksha drishtya rijvati karunya sudha vivristya. The poetry of Adi Shankaracharya in Viveka Chudamani, where a seeker who is fallen into the ways of the world, bhavabdhau, prays for his emancipation to the Guru by extolling him as Nataloka Bandho. You are a friend to those who bow down to you. Karunya Sindho. You are the ocean of mercy. Patitam Bhavabdo. I am a fallen one in the ways of the world, in the samsara. Maam uddharatmiya kataksha drishtya. Please redeem me, please uplift me. How? By just looking at me once. Kataksha drishti. By your compassionate glance. Rijvati karunya sudha vivristya. And let your mercy shower on me like the rain that falls in straight line. May with your mercy and with your compassion I be redeemed. The seeker does not say, teach me yoga, teach me meditation, teach me some other siddhis so that I can redeem myself on my own with my efforts. He says, I have no strength to redeem myself. I have fallen into this deep ocean of samsara, bound by I and mine. And there is no way I can float up or swim across and reach the shores. It's beyond my capacity. All I need is one compassionate glance from the corner of your eyes, and I know that is good enough for me to be redeemed. When I was contemplating on this shloka over my morning tea this morning, of all the words, one word that stayed with me was Karunya Sindhu. There is Bhavasagara and there is this Karuna Sagara. Both exist together. In the Bhavasagara, there is only I and mine. There are judgments, there are the differences between one and another, which is what is the way of the world, the mind of the seeker. It's a Bhavasagara. And what is the mind of a guru? It is Karuna Sagara. It's full of compassion. Ahetuka Daya Sindhu, this is another word Adi Shankara uses. It is an ocean of compassion without a rhyme or reason. There are no conditions in the compassion. It's unconditional mercy and compassion. That is what the Guru is. And as I meditate on all the great Gurus of our Bharatavarsha and beyond, and the foremost of all to us, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, this word Karunya Sindhu makes the most sense. Because truly a Guru is an infinite ocean of compassion. In fact, Bhagavan would say, even ocean has limits, my compassion has no limits. Infinite compassion, unconditional compassion for all beings, especially the fallen ones, whom the world shows no mercy. They judge them, they ridicule them, they ostracize them, they reject them. To them also He is the ocean of compassion who accepts them, redeems them, emancipates them by just a corner, a glance from the corner of His compassionate eyes. That's good enough to be redeemed in the presence of a Guru. So why should we be in the presence of a Guru? Because by chance, if His mercy, His compassion falls on us like the rains that fall from the skies, by chance, if we are able to receive a glance from the corner of His eyes, it's enough, we will be redeemed. But can we draw His attention to ourselves just like that? Can we draw His glance to our faces just like that? Can we seek the rain of His blessings just like that? Can it just happen to us just like that? No, it cannot. We must earn it in some way. That is what Sumit was going on repeating. It's lifetimes of sadhana and yearning that finally we get face to face with an enlightened being. It doesn't happen just every day. It happens after several lifetimes of pining and yearning and craving and longing till it is no more bearable. When the cup of our patience overflows, We cannot bear it anymore. We need that Guru at this point in time, now and here. When that is the severeness, that is the intensity of longing for a Guru happens to the seeker, finds his way to the seeker, and showers his compassionate glance and mercy like the first rains on the parched earth, and satisfies the seeker's longing and emancipates him. So it's just not something that happens by chance, just like that. It is a long process. And the most important way to deserve that Guru's compassionate look or mercy is to realize that we need a Guru so very badly. Most of the people think we don't need a Guru, we are sufficient, we are good. When life is good, things are going on well, fine. Nobody wants any guidance. Only when there is trouble, when you are disillusioned with everything, when your heart is broken, when your life is falling apart, that is when we come running, searching for somebody to guide us out of the woods. But that is not the way Guru comes to you. Guru comes to you when you have realized what Narasimhamurthy said. He has seen the world. He has understood. The seeker has gone through the motions of life and finally comes to a conclusion. Not worth it. Not worth it. It is an ocean of muck and dirt that I've fallen into. Always thinking about me, myself. Drowning in my own selfishness. Unable to redeem myself. That's when the realization dawns on the seeker and one starts looking and searching for a Guru. And that's when Guru appears. Otherwise, Guru does not come just like that to everybody. Sitting in this hall does not mean that I become the Guru and you become the disciples. It happens only when you have this strong longing for that grace. Because you know where have you fallen. You know that this needs redemption, this needs emancipation. The world is no more attractive to you with all its temptations and enticements. You know this is not what I want. Your heart craves and longs and pines, yearns to be redeemed of your pettiness, of your selfishness. Then a Guru happens to you. And if a Guru has happened to you, you are very blessed. Mata, Pita, Bandhu, Sakha, all these happen to everybody. Even a tiny insect has a mother, a father, a friend, and also a relation. But Guru does not come to everybody. Guru happens only to those who long for him. By simply being born to parents, you get a mother, you get a father. And as you live in the society, you get friends and enemies. And when you marry and make relations, you get relatives also. All this is possible by your efforts. Guru is not possible by your efforts except when you realize that you really, really need a Guru because you are ready to let go of everything else. That's when Guru comes to you. When you don't let go of other things, you want the Iha, that is world, and you also want the Guru's grace, not possible. First you have to let go, then only let God happens. And this is a lesson that every seeker goes through. We think that we are very intelligent, we are capable, we'll manage ourselves. When things are good, we think like that. We become arrogant of our own abilities. That is when our egos are broken by God, when we become too arrogant like the demons. And then we look for a way out of this wilderness. And we crave and pine and long and yearn. That's when a Guru happens. It is not easy to, as I said, get a Guru. If you get one, you are very, very fortunate. And if you are truly able to utilize that opportunity right, you are even more fortunate. Manushyatvam, mumukshutvam, mahapurusha, samshrayaha. Manushyatvam happens by default. You are born to human beings, you will be a human being. Mumukshutvam to very rare few. You are pining and yearning and craving and longing for that Guru's mercy. Because you realized how fallen you are, that you want to redeem yourself somehow, and it's beyond your human capacity to swim out of this terrible ocean of I and mine. You need somebody else to help you out. And then comes Mahapurusha Samshaya. Then comes a person of great wisdom who tells you how to get out of this ocean of samsara, maybe even comes with a boat. He's a Navika, he says. He comes with a boat, puts you in the boat and rows you across the ocean because you just cannot swim. That is the grace of Guru that one must pine for, yearn for, but it won't happen unless you realize that what you are doing is not the right thing. It is not what you are born for. That mumukshutva has to happen. Manushyatva is just not enough. And once mumukshutva happens, and it is very, very severe, burning desire to know God, that's when Guru appears to you. And when you are really, really fully ready, you have understood the Guru Tattva, the Guru disappears. That is the next phase also. Guru doesn't stay forever. Comes, transforms you, turns you into a Jnani, a Guru, and leaves. That is the story of my life too. You come to Prashanti Nilayam to get an education. You are Arti Artharthi. Outside we can't afford education, food, hostel stays. Here is a free education. You go to him. The reason is not the good reason to go to a Guru, but first you go because that is how he attracts you. Then you slowly learn about greater truths of life. Just food and shelter and education and employment is not the end of life. You realize there are greater things. He teaches you. And then slowly he burns that ego and the selfishness away and lights the lamp of wisdom. Uses your own ego as the fuel to burn that lamp in which wisdom happens. And finally you are enlightened. And once you are enlightened, he leaves. Because you don't need that Guru anymore. And that's what happened to me. Came for an education, then sought greater enlightenment. He gave me all the wisdom that was necessary, trained me, taught me, chiseled me, and he also cut and destroyed all the individuality. And finally, when I was changed, he said, that is it. You don't need me anymore. You can be on your own. And he walked away. But this is a process. And I keep telling everybody, if I make you dependent on me forever, I am not a good Guru. One day you should be independent of me. You should be on your own because you have the wisdom. You are equal to another Guru, so you don't need a Guru. Only such Gurus are real Gurus. If the Guru makes you ever dependent on him for every little thing, then that Guru is not a good Guru. Guru should become redundant at the end of the spiritual journey because you have become another one of your own. That is what Bhagavan did to me. He made himself redundant in my life because he said, you don't need me anymore. You are sufficient now unto yourself because you and I are one in that spiritual wisdom, in that consciousness. Externally may be different. Internally we are same. Long back I remember when I was sitting in front of him and he used to just appear in my meditations and visions. I would see him sitting and I ask him, where do you come from? Where do you come from? That I just think of you and you are here. Where do you come from? Earlier he used to say, I was in Himalayas. One day his feet were wet. So I asked him, why your feet are wet? He said, because I was crossing Ganges, walking. I said, why would you do that? He said, because there were a set of devotees who were crossing. I was accompanying them. All this is from his Sukshma Swarupa. Then I saw those drops. And he told me the names of the devotees also with whom he was crossing Ganges. And I called up next moment just to confirm whether this is a real experience or I'm just imagining. And they said, yes, we just crossed Ganges and went to the other side. And they looked at their feet, they were all wet. I said, even Bhagwan's feet were wet. I saw in my meditation room. So like that I had a lot of confirmations of his presence. That time I asked him one day, where do you come from? Just appear like that, where do you come from? He said, I come from you. I felt a little unsettled because the answer should have been, I come from Himalaya, I come from Prashanti Nilayam, I was here in some devotee's place, So then you feel satisfied, there is a logic to the whole thing. But this is illogical, irrational. He said, I come from you. I said, how is that possible? Because I am you, he said. Because I am you, so I come from you. I don't have to come from elsewhere. I said, how is that true? He said, because I am you. I told, I don't understand. He said, one day you will. One day you will understand. That day came to pass, many years later. But that is the idea. And when I told him once, who are you? I asked him, who are you? He said, I am pure, selfless love. if you want to know me, become me. That is the only way you know your Guru, by becoming your Guru. And how do you become? By becoming who he is. And his true nature is pure, selfless love. Did it just happen to me overnight? Did I develop pure, selfless love for everybody less like that? No. It took several years of getting over our personal prejudices, judgments, our opinions, our personalities, our individuality. It took several years to slowly, but just like a sculptor carves a statue out of a raw piece of stone, by chipping away all that which is not statue, like that Guru chips away at our egos, our individuality, our personality, our prejudices, our preferences, and turns us into another image of his. But it's a painful and a difficult process. If the stone complains, oh, don't hammer me, don't chisel me, don't cut me, then it can never become a statue. It will be cursed to remain at best like a paver block on the street, which is stamped by everybody. But the same stone, when submits itself, allows the Guru to do his doing, his bidding. It turns into a beautiful statue of God placed in the altar of the temple, and everybody comes and worships. So what is the difference between you and me? I am that stone which has been chiseled, carved, which submitted itself to all the chiseling and carving, and so was made into a statue and placed in the altar. And what is that I look at you, when I look at you, what do I see? I see you are all statues in the making. Some are soft soapstones, some are hard granites. And it takes some more effort to chisel a few, it's easier to chisel the others. And of course, the sculptor is very happy when he has a good soft stone which submits itself and he can work faster. Whereas if it's a very hard-headed granite, it takes a lot of effort. It hurts the hands of the sculptor every time he hammers it. So what can you do on a Guru Purnima for your Guru? Don't be that hard-headed granites. Because you also have to be chiseled into another image of God. And that's my job. I'm sitting and doing that. One strike at a time. Just enough pressure, not more, not less. But you can make your spiritual journey easy for yourself and me by being that soft soapstone without too much of ego and attachments. Then it's easy for me to chisel you and make you into another image of mine. That is how you can become me, which Bhagavan said, become me to know me. You can become me to know me eventually. And each one of you can become me, in the sense become the divine. What a beautiful scene it would be. I'm sitting here on the stage. I look at all of you, all your faces. Of course, not the physical part, but the spiritual part, and say, they're all work in progress. Somebody's hands have just been carved, somebody's head is being carved, somebody's feet are being carved, somebody's chest is being carved. And some of them are so hard that the sculptor says, another day, today I don't have patience to deal with this stone. And then there are such soft, beautiful stones which have already been carved into beautiful images of the divine. And I look at all of you, and I look at this Premamrutham as a big workshop, a big art studio, where the sculptor is at work, carving every piece of stone, all of you, into the divine image. But how fast that happens to you depends on how soft you are. And what do I do by making you do all this selfless service? I'm softening you. I'm softening you so that my job is easier. When you do selfless service, your ego comes down. That hardened ego of several lifetimes softens. That helps me to carve you faster. And once I'm done with you, I can go to the next person. They are waiting. But when I'm not done with you, how can I go to the next person? So what can you do for me as a Guru Dakshina on Guru Purnima? Become that softer stone to begin with. So it's easy for me to chip away all the hard, unnecessary parts of you and leave behind only that beautiful image of the divine, which you already are. It has to just come out of it. And that job of the Guru can be made easier if you submit and if you allow your egos to melt away and soften through selfless service. And when the strike is too hard and you feel the pain of it, read scriptures, Swadhyaya, to know that my Guru will never do anything for me which is not good for me. He might have taken away a lot of things from me, or he might have destroyed a lot of my ideas and ambitions. He might have removed a lot of my own predispositions and my own understanding of things, and suddenly I feel lost without all the trappings that I thought was me. You may feel uncomfortable when you pass through this journey, but then when you read scriptures, you reinstate your faith in Guru and you say, no, my Guru will never do to me which is not good for me. Otherwise you will question and doubt and even resist the Guru. And I have to be honest with you, because I am a very honest and frank Guru. I resisted Bhagavan when he tried to carve me. I did not submit easily. I thought, no, I am ready to do this for you, but I am not ready for that. This was one Guru Purnima when he sent me here 15 years ago saying, meet Narasimhamurthy and tell I am coming to Muddenahalli. Prepare Anandam for my stay. I had to take a lot of courage to come and say things like this, because why would somebody believe me about my experiences? But I took courage and came and I told this is what it is. It was Narasimhamurthy ji who took it very nicely and accepted it. But I know so many people shut their doors on my face when I went and told things like this. They told me, never again email me, never again message me, never show me your face. They were all devotees, but they rejected me outright. I came back humiliated, hurt, wounded. I mean, not me, my ego. And went and told Bhagavan, why do you send me to such people who are going to do this to me? Oh, Niku inka ahankaram unnada, he would say. Oh, you still have a lot of ego, isn't it? But I went on your command and they rejected me, they insulted me. And they didn't even take your message in the right spirit. What's your problem? You are after a postman, you have to just deliver the letter. Whether they read or they throw it into the dustbin, none of your business. So I kept on doing. First 5 years I did just that. Go here, there, meet him, her. Some accepted, some rejected. Some even said terrible things, and I would come back, as I said, very wounded. And I would feel bad, but then one thing, my Guru will not tell me to do anything that is not good for me. I keep on repeating to myself and would go through it. I lost all the money, all the wealth, job, position. Lot of friends I lost in the process, especially those who were from Puttaparthi. And I felt bad. I felt lonely. I felt alone in the forest. But the only person by my side was my Guru, who said, keep walking, I'm there. You can't see me, still you can hear me, keep walking. Don't look back. Don't look back at your past. And don't desire for it again. Don't crave for it. Just keep looking ahead and keep walking. This is what he told me, so that I don't get distracted and tempted by my old ways. I had to give up everything, literally everything. Krishna says in Bhagavatam, Yasyaham anugrahanami harishye taddhanam shanaihi tato dhanam tyajasyasya swajanaha dukkha dukkhitam. If I want to give my grace to somebody, I take away everything from them, their wealth especially. Because once I take that away, having lost all the wealth and all position and respect, his own people will turn against him and trouble him. That is how I begin the process of chiseling and carving. Take away all that which is not necessary on the spiritual path. Our trappings of money, positions, power, reputation, friendships, relationships, all are gone. But they were not good for this journey. Which are good are always left behind, isn't it? The stone which is necessary is left in the statue. Only that which was not necessary was cut away, chiseled away, thrown away. So that's a process. And Krishna continues to say, Sa yada vitatodyogo nirvannaha syat dhanehaya. When he's lost all that which he thought was necessary for him and becomes nirudyogi, means he has nothing to do in this world. There is nothing that is working out. Everything seems to be a failure. Whatever you touch turns into mud. When such a situation arises, he becomes frustrated. What's going on with me? Why I have to go through this? I gave myself to the Guru and look what this Guru is doing to me. You question, you resist, you get angry, you get frustrated. It's a part of the process. And I was like that. One day I went and complained, why am I losing everything? I thought once I come to you, I should become more prosperous, more popular, more friendly, more accepted, but this is just going the other way. And I was very upset. And I told him, this is not something that I signed up for. Maybe there were fine prints I didn't read. And he told me, at least you try to understand me. Don't misunderstand me. The one who works selflessly for the world but gets misunderstood by everybody. At least you don't misunderstand me, he told me. Because I was misunderstanding his ways. Why is he doing this to me? He told me, at least you, I expect from you that you at least should not misunderstand me. Whole world thinks of me wrongly because I try to do good to them, but they don't like it and they blame me for things. At least you don't do this to me, he told me. I felt very, very sad that I did this and I argued and I complained. You at least don't misunderstand me, he told me. And then I saw the pain in the eyes of the Guru, who is doing the best for the Shishya, but the Shishya is so petty-minded that unable to understand the beauty and magnanimity of Guru's grace. I resisted. I was a hard stone. But he made me do selfless service. So much selfless service that there was no time for myself. Day and night. Kuru punya mahoratram. Smaranityam anityatam. He says, remember what is right, what is wrong. Keep doing the right thing all the time, day and night, continuously. It chiseled away all my ego, all my individuality, all my personality, and told me, you become an empty vessel. You empty yourself of yourself. Only then you will be useful to me. If there is even this bit of yourself in you, it's not going to be of good use to me. So I had to work very hard to get rid of my own self and become like he wanted me to become. So it's a process. And that is very unsettling, very uncomfortable because you are entering an unknown territory. You are coming out of your comfort zones and charting newer paths which you are never familiar with. You don't know what's lying next, but you have to have faith. My Guru has said it, it is right. I will believe in him. I will continue walking this path. Even if it doesn't feel good, comfortable from that point of view, I will continue walking because he told me to walk and he doesn't mean any harm to me. I cannot distrust him. I cannot misunderstand him. I have to continue on this path. That path, that walking, charaiveti, keep walking. That is what he told me. And one day you will reach. One day you will reach. And I did reach. And today when I walk around, I feel so much of compassion for everyone. I also know all their other sides. I know who is the hard stone, who is the soft stone, who is a very resisting stone, who is a very submitting stone. I know all of them, who is giving me how much of difficulty and who is easy on me. I see. But when I look at all of them and I see, after all, they are all gods in making. They are work in progress. All my judgments melt away. In that one idea that they are all me, just a few years behind me. But they are all another God in making, another Guru in making, another divine being in making. It melts away all the judgments, all the differences, and fills my heart with so much of compassion. That is why I caught that word Karunya Sindhu. Just disappears, all individuality disappears, and I enjoy that phase. Because I have experienced that even when Bhagavan was there, I used to walk behind and I felt that love. And today, even if he's not there, so to say, in the way he was, I still feel that love. I still feel the compassion. And I feel very redeemed. If I don't feel that love in my heart even one day, I feel this day is not done. I feel dissatisfied. I feel unfulfilled. I feel something is not correct. Something is not right today. At least once I should be touched by that pure compassion every day. To feel I am myself. Otherwise, I feel I am somebody else today. In between all the activities and work, sometimes your mind can take over and may not allow you to experience that. But those are the times you have to remind yourself who you are and why you are here in the first place. So all this seva and sadhana is to soften you, is to soften your ego and personality and individuality so that your Guru can work on you, chisel you into another Guru as early as possible. Because he told me one Sai Baba can do so much, two Sai Babas, can you imagine how much two Sai Babas can do? Become another me, he told. And I have to just say, I was not capable of it. I was a fallen seeker in the ocean of samsara. He extricated me out of it because I prayed to him. Oh, ocean of compassion, you alone can redeem me. I can't help myself. You have to help me. And when I really prayed like that, he did come to rescue. Guru will come when you really need him. And once he turns you into another guru, he leaves the stage. That is the process. He becomes redundant to your life now because he's given everything to you. He has turned you into another him. And then you don't need him anymore. That is why it is so important to understand this journey. You go through motions of ups and downs. You have to accept them with surrender, with faith that my guru will not do anything to me which is not good for me. Earlier I used to be hesitant in telling people where they are wrong because I used to think they'll feel bad, they may leave the mission, they may get upset with me, and they may even compare me. And a lot of people compare me with Sathya Sai Baba would not have done this, you do this to me. And sometimes I get very worked up with that comparison. I say, see, this is what it is. And now he brought you to me and transferred you to me. You are in my class. And this is how this class happens. But I'm very particular that you have to turn into divine. If that doesn't happen and all the hospitals happen, nothing has happened. If you don't turn into divine and all the educational institutions happen, nothing has happened. If you don't become God and all the nutrition happens, nothing has happened. To me, my success comes from only one thing, whether you have turned into your divine selves. And how soon you reach there, that is my joy. I really rejoice when I see people learning, growing, evolving into divine beings. And my education, health, it may appear that I am very interested and I only work for that. But that's not the real cause. As I said, they are all mechanisms, machinery, platforms for you to soften your own individuality and ego. That's all it is. Other than that, there is not much use. Of course, there are poor people, sick people, needy people getting benefited. For them also the journey has started. It's good for them. But what is in it for you who are right here under my umbrella? For you to soften your ego and personality, get rid of your individuality and self-centeredness so that you become soft and submitted stones to the Guru which can be easily carved fast. And I can create everybody into divine beings. So as I said, I sit here and I was listening to all those things. Really, it looked like a big workshop. All a few pieces of stones, half done, half not done. Some easy, some hard. Some on the way to becoming a divine being. Some are still there in their old ways. But each one of you is work in progress. And I want it to progress fast. Progress fast so that more of you can join me on this side of the line and start sculpting more stones into gods. That is how education should change the students or the hospital or any service, wherever you are, whichever part of the world, you transform others. One lamp when lit can light any number of lamps. Light will be everywhere. There won't be any darkness. That is your job. But you can't be unless you are willing to burn yourself. How can you give light? Candle says, don't burn me, but I want to give light. How is it possible? You have to burn your ego. You have to burn your individuality. Only then light of wisdom happens. You want this and you want that also, not going to happen. Don't fool yourselves. I'll get both here. No, you won't. You won't get both. You will get only one. Of course, the world will again come back to you, but now you have no interest in it. I have everything back. And when I started on this journey, I literally had to bootstrap this mission because I had nothing, everything that I had to sell just to fund the mission and keep going. And I thought, what am I doing? Have I gone mad? Everybody was scared of what I was up to. But I was so madly in love with Bhagavan and what he was wanting me to do that I couldn't think. I was just as if hypnotized. I was just doing things madly. All my friends said, you're going crazy. I said, yeah, but this is how I am. I just want to do what he's saying. And I just kept doing. Today, everything has come back and much more. Now, I have every comfort that you can ask for. From the point of view, if I want something to eat, I just have to whisper. I know half the ashram will prepare it, saying, please eat mine, I prepared for you. And I have only one stomach and one mouth, unfortunately. So I can only do so much justice. If I tell you I need a little something, I know hundreds of them will send it to me. I don't need to ask also. People already, they understand what is needed and they bring it to me. Everything that I needed and more is here with me. But am I interested and attached to all of it? No. Now world is there with me, but I am not there with the world anymore. Earlier it was the other way around. So everything comes back to you with Guru's grace. But you go through a phase of void And that is the most difficult and challenging phase, when the chiseling starts happening. And it hurts, because it hurts your ego. It doesn't hurt anything. It's just your ego that getting chiseled. And it cries and complains and resists and even doubts, suspects the Guru's wisdom. In those days, remember these stories. Stay on the path, stay the course, keep walking, and never lose faith in Guru. As I said, not because I just want to say, I don't say anything just like that unless it's inspired. If I say you can't get a better Guru at this point in time, you have to believe me, because I have really thought through the whole thing as to how to help you all become divine as early as possible. The mission has been created, as I said, to soften your ego and personalities so that you are chiseled faster. Without this mission, without this practical lab, only theoretical knowledge wouldn't take you too far. That is why I take the efforts of putting the practical and theory together. So in this great workshop of mine, be a good stone. That is the Guru Dakshina that you can give. To submit your egos and attachments at the feet of the Guru and say, chisel me, cut me, break me, hammer me, do what you want with me, but turn me into another you. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for anything. That should be your prayer. All other prayers can be done away with. Because if this has happened, everything has happened. If this has not happened, nothing has happened. You may build great buildings, great institutions, run it very efficiently, professionally, get a lot of awards and recognition. And yes, a lot of poor people will get benefited in the process. But what's in it for you? What has happened to you at the end of it if you haven't turned into a divine being? And what is a divine being? Pure, selfless love. That's the definition of divinity. If you can be pure, selfless love, you are divine. That is what my Guru asked of me. And I'm happy that I could submit myself when my mind resisted. And my Guru's will prevailed. And he sometimes even he's overridden all my resistance and had his way. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful because I had complete faith in him. Even if he did something which was not very happy, comfortable, I still thought he was doing the right thing for me. Of course, I complained, I cried like any other stone with ego. But finally, all the ego is gone. Finally, all the selfishness is gone. Finally, all the individuality and personality is gone. And what's left is only that divinity. That is why I feel so happy, I feel so satisfied. And if it can happen to me, it can happen to you too. So that is my Guru Purnima's message. Be a good stone in the hands of your Guru sculptor and turn into divine as soon as possible. Use all the seva to soften your own ego and individuality and be a very soft and easy stone which can be carved quickly by your Guru. And once you are ready, you carve 10 others. Help more people walk this path. That is the best Guru Purnima gift or dakshina that you can give. Today also happens to be a very interesting time because we have convocation, 5th convocation of this university, and the mandate was very clear. What is Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence? If you join an engineering college, you become an engineer. If you go through a medical college, you become a doctor. But if you go through Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, you become God. That is the mandate. So have you become God is my question. Have you become pure, selfless love is my question. Only then our convocation is fulfilled. Just distributing degrees is not my job. Plenty of universities do that. That is not what you are here for. You are here because you have to turn into divine. That is what our convocations should be about. Also, we are celebrating a lot of farmers today. This is the first of its kind program where farmers were grown ragi organically for our Annapurna program. They are being honored and with a very process-driven method of assessment, whether they really know their skill of growing ragi organically. A team was put in place by the university under the leadership of a great vision committee. They all worked very hard in the last few, I met them all yesterday. And today we are giving certificates under the program. It's called Krishi Rishi because they are the knowers of agriculture. They are also rishis in some way. And I don't even want to call them graduates or certified professionals. They are rishis because they work with Mother Earth. They know how to do it. They do it with so much of heart, with the compassion of a rishi. So today many farmers are getting these certificates. Their first, for many of them, this is the first probably an educational certificate from a university. Then some of them are not even educated. And there are many women also amongst them. they're all seated on the side corridors. And this afternoon we will be also giving. Some of them I can give. ನಾನು 10 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್, ತುಂಬ ಸಮಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಿಗತಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಾನ್ವೊಕೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಯಿತು ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೈತರ ಬಂಧು ಭಗಿನಿಯರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ತಾವು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಒಂದು ಪದವಿ ಹೊಂದುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಇಂಥ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಮೂಲಕ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಆ ಪದವಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಪತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆಯೋ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋಟೋ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಅವರು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಫೋಟೋ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮವರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫೋಟೋ ಇಟ್ಟಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರ ಫೋಟೋ. ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಗೋಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಫೋಟೋ ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ದೂರದಿಂದ ಕಾಣಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಇವರು ಇದು ಇವಳು ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನೋಡಬೇಕು, ಮೊಮ್ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಫೋಟೋ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮದು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಸೇವೆ ತಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ತುಂಬ 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 ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಮಗೆ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ. ಈ ರೈತರು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಊಟ ತಿಂಡಿ ಸಿಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಅನ್ನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಅನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಅನ್ನ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ದವ್ರು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ರೈತರು ಕೂಡ ದೈವ ಸ್ವರೂಪರು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಯ ಕಷ್ಟದಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆ. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಮೈಸೂರು ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಅವರು ಈ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಗೇನ್ ದ ಮೈಸೂರು ಡೈನೆಸ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫೈನೆಸ್ಟ್ dynasties which has done so much for the people of Karnataka. It was not about ruling the people, it was about serving the people. And that is what I have seen with Mysore Maharaja's dynasty, especially the KRS Dam and wonderful other things where they pledged the jewels of the royal family to raise funds in order to build those dams which were important from the point of view of irrigating the whole of Karnataka. So those amazing works were done, and the best part is that the engineer who built all these great projects was born in Muddenahalli, Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. So it's a full circle. So look at this coming together of so many good things. You have the representative of the entire Mysore royal dynasty coming today to celebrate farmers for whose sake KRS Dam was built, and the builder was our own Sir M. Vishweshwaraya, born in Muddenahalli. And I hope that in our program, we have an agricultural program too, and many more Vishweshwarayas will come out of our rural engineering, our agri program, who would go on to do great things for the people of the country and beyond. So there is so much of inspiration in the room today. In the afternoon when I come, we are going to celebrate our convocation along with the farmers, which is very exciting for me. And as usual, most of the gold medals have gone to the girls. And I always believed in girl power. My mother raised me single-handedly, 3 of us actually. We are very unruly kids, by the way. But she raised us single-handedly, working day and night. And I see that potential in every girl. And when we put this program very emphatically that girl education, higher education is a must. Do whatever it takes. We convince the parents, we give stipends, we change the system altogether. Today so many girls are graduating, and most of the gold medals have gone to the girls. That also makes me very happy, because I feel we are doing something right somewhere. And it is very satisfying and fulfilling for me. So I'm very happy. I'll come back in the afternoon, and to all the devotees who are here and watching us live, all of them many blessings. All the wonderful publications that have come out today, every one of them who has worked so hard, to all of them, a lot of blessings. Not last but not the least, the Bhumitra project team led by Adit and his father Satyamurthy, whom I know, and of course Subiksha Organic Cooperative Farmers Society led by Anandaji, and now Barney also has joined them. All of them have come up with this wonderful idea of selling the carbon credits, which is a new carbon economy. It is slowly unfolding in our country. It's quite mature in Europe and America, but here it's starting. And the farmers are getting the additional income for selling their farms carbon sequestering and the credit that comes with it. And British Airways has bought the first set of carbon credits and paid us. That has been passed on to the farmers. It may not be a very big amount to begin with, but as they keep doing organic farming, they'll be able to get better revenue out of it. So that is another way of empowering our farmers. So many good things can happen if you have selfless intentions, you see. What we started as just a Annapurna program has turned into a farmer revolution, organic farming revolution, carbon credit revolution, and university certification revolution. What a wonderful initiative. That's why a selfless thought is so powerful. Develop selfless love. You have all the divine power with you. That is the key, that is the secret. Develop selfless love. This morning also people wrote a lot of messages came to me. On my birthday I had more than 400 messages. Can you believe I replied to each one of them personally. By end of the day I had replied to all 400 of them. Doesn't mean you send more messages to me. But these are people who know me very well, so they wrote to me from everywhere. I saw to that everything was replied by end of the day, because one thing that I cannot go to bed with is notifications of pending messages on my phone. Everything has to clear before I go to sleep. And that is when I can sleep. And when I wake up, I clear everything again before I come to the functions. Idea is that I live in the present. I have to finish what is needed to be done today. Tomorrow we will look after tomorrow. That will be taken care of. Live like that. Live in the present. Present is omnipresent, Bhagavan used to say. Present is a gift from God. Live in the present. And today, being Guru Purnima, this is my most important message. Be good Shishyas, egoless, selfless, submitted, surrendered Shishyas, and your Guru will take care of the rest. Never lose faith in Guru's word, Guru's ways. Even if it tests your convictions, go back to the scriptures and reconfirm your own faith that Guru will always do the right thing for us, even if it seems to be discomfort or some kind of uneasiness you feel. Let Guru do his work. Let us not become obstacles in Guru's path. Use all these opportunities to become selfless so that it's easy to become divine. And if all of you can join me, I would change the world. Sumit is saying you have to change the world. I will, but I need more of me. One of me cannot change it, but all of you, if become like me, like millions of Sai Babas, imagine billions can be changed easily. So that's your job, that's your Guru Dakshina. With these words of blessings, I conclude.
शांति स्थापका ब्रह्म ज्ञान बोधकाय दिव्य मंगलम सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महित मंगलम सत्य साई प्रियाय सत्य प्रेम विग्रह सत्य साई प्रियाय सत्य प्रेम विग्रह नित्य शुद्ध निर्मलाय नित्य मंगलम सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय सद्गुरवे मधुसूदनाय महितमङ्गलम्। ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्तजना संरक्षक हरि महेश्वरा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवं मयि नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम सत्यनारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय जय बोलो सद्गुरु श्री मधुसूदन साई जी की जय